Angel Reese back in action, folks.
Angel Reese is back in the spotlight, but this time it's not for her talent on the court. Instead of using the off-season to focus on improving her game, she's been causing a stir by clapping back at fans on social media.
Reese, she's currently dealing with a circus online. Now, Angel Reese went out of her way to respond to a fan late last night on X, and I'm here to tell you she went off.
While other WNBA players are hitting the gym and preparing for the new season, Angel Reese seems to have her attention on other things. She's been making the podcast rounds and expressing frustration over her salary, which has sparked a lot of debate. Even when she does step onto the practice court, her training choices have added to the criticism. Fans are getting frustrated, pointing out her social media conflicts and questioning if she's losing focus on her game at the worst possible time. In this video, we take a closer look at the controversy, the numbers, and what all of this might mean for her future in the WNBA.
Somebody came out on Twitter, talked a little bit to Angel Reese, and Angel Reese fires back, snap back, clap back, heart attack, comes after the fan, responds. The response is just hysterical.
Angel Reese has been making headlines this offseason, but not for the reasons she'd like. Her latest response to a fan went viral, and it's creating more controversy than anything happening on the court. After a fan criticized her shooting, particularly her struggles with layups, Reese hit back with a dismissive comment. "You're just laid up with your dog at home hating." Rather than silencing her critics, the reply only made things worse. Social media quickly reacted with jabs like, "Teach her how to make a layup," pointing out both her performance issues and her difficulty handling criticism. While most players are using the offseason to improve or stay positive, Reese's PR mistakes are getting a lot of attention, but not the kind she'd want.
Shooting 39% on the year as a power forward, as a 4, as somebody who shoots within 5 feet of the basket on, let's say, 90% of your field goal attempts, that's not too good.
But Angel Reese didn't stop there. On her podcast, Unapologetically Angel, she took things a step further by addressing the backlash from Caitlin Clark and Indiana Fever fans. She didn't hold back, sharing her unfiltered thoughts on the criticism she's received, doubling down on her position and sparking even more debate in the process.
So I think it's really just the fans, her fans, the Iowa fans, now the Indiana fans that are like, they ride for her. And I respect that respectfully, but sometimes it's very disrespectful.
Her attempt to defend herself only made matters worse, further alienating Fever fans and reigniting debates about her focus and priorities. Angel Reese's actions have turned her into a target for criticism, with fans wondering if she's more interested in responding to online trolls than improving her game. However, the real concern goes beyond the drama. The numbers paint a troubling picture. Despite her potential as a 6 feet 3 inches power forward expected to dominate in the paint, her on-court stats show a pattern of inefficiency that can't be ignored. While her off-season antics may grab attention, it's her performance, or lack of it, that's raising even bigger questions, and that's exactly what we'll dive into next.
39% taking a majority of layups. Angel, whether you're a rookie, whether you're a veteran, whether you're a high school player, whether you're a kindergartner, 39% on layups and putbacks isn't that great.
Let's take a closer look at the numbers. Last season, Angel Reese shot just 39.1% from the field, well below the league average. Even more troubling is her accuracy within 5 feet of the basket, only 44.5%, which ranks among the worst in WNBA history for someone with as many attempts as she had. For context, the league average for close-range shots is around 60%. For a 6 feet 3 inches power forward, who primarily plays in the paint, this kind of inefficiency is unacceptable, especially for a player her team relies on to finish plays. Then there's rebounding. While her stats might look decent at first glance, she led her team in offensive rebounds. There's a big catch. A lot of those rebounds came from her own missed shots, leading to a frustrating cycle of missed attempts and rebounds that didn't result in meaningful scoring chances for her team. Fans and critics have accused her of stat padding, as her rebounding numbers haven't translated into actual impact on the scoreboard.
And you can't say they're not stat padding, because the game against the Fever, all the starters were out and Angel Reese was still in, and so she could get her double-double, right? And then there was a game, I forget who they were playing, but they were losing by 20 again. And they pulled all the starters but Angel Reese. As soon as she gets the double-double, they pull her out the game. That's stat padding. And if you deny that, then you're just delusional.
To make matters worse, Angel Reese's inefficiencies stand out even more when compared to peers like Caitlin Clark. While Clark spends more time on the perimeter, she boasts an impressive 62% shooting accuracy within 5 feet of the basket, 17.5% higher than Reese's. Meanwhile, Reese struggles to finish plays, while Clark leads the league in three-pointers made and assists. Clark's numbers show significant growth and efficiency, while Reese's highlight key areas in her game that clearly need improvement. The contrast is undeniable, and it's raising serious concerns about Reese's readiness for the upcoming season.
I mean, I know that you're Angel Reese. I know that you're the second biggest WNBA player. I know you're the second biggest name in the league. I know there's Caitlin Clark, and then Caitlin Clark, and then Caitlin Clark, and then you. I am aware of all of that.
But it's not just about individual stats. Reese's struggles have broader implications for her role on the Chicago Sky. The team needs players who can convert opportunities, not just rack up attempts. These numbers don't exist in a vacuum. Fans and analysts have linked her statistical issues to her off-season behavior. When poor shooting and questionable decision-making are combined with social media rants and practice videos that miss the mark, patience quickly runs out. If Reese doesn't address these inefficiencies, she could face a long and frustrating season ahead. But wait, she just released a practice video hoping to silence her critics. Instead, it became yet another point of contention. We'll break it down next. And if you've made it this far and are enjoying the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications. We appreciate you taking the time to watch. Now, let's get back to it.
The lack of, proof that she's been in the gym working on her craft, trying to hone her skills after what can only be described as one of the worst shooting seasons anybody's ever seen in the history